Hi, WhisperStars, Vita, Manitoba, March 19th, Sunday. It is just hitting 8 o'clock p.m. And this was so amazing that even though I've been so unwell today that I had to just come out and capture it's just magnificent. Then I've always been a nature lover, and especially loving the skies. As I said, I used to be always looking at the sky, mainly because it's something that I can implement into my paintings. It helps set the tone for the mood of the painting, which is absolutely fantastic. And just can't believe, like, for a cloudy day, what a beautiful sunset we ended up having. Just beautiful. I wish I would have gotten my shoes on a little bit quicker, because see that pink at the upper part? Well, the whole sky upward had been that same tint, and it's just fascinating. It's not that often that one gets to see something that spectacular. Makes it look almost like a lake over there. And yes, Venus usually sets there somewhere, but like I said, it's cloudy. It's amazing to have any sunset at all tonight in these clouds. It's been cloudy all day and all night and, well, evening, and I'm just pointing towards the east where the sun and moon typically rise, even though the moon is approaching the full moon stage, but shouldn't be there yet. It's just too cloudy to see if there is anything there or not. Wow, just even the clouded areas of the sky looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, even +4 degrees Celsius or 45 Fahrenheit with this cold wind, it is already getting to be too cold on my hands, but this is just so fantastic. And the water on the ground is unbelievable as well. And I can't recall a sunset lasting this long for quite some time now. It's just so gorgeous. I know it looks like a fire or something, but it isn't. And it has still been, it had continued to melt the entire time that it was cold. Those clouds look a little messed up, but they seem just like clouds, so and to quote the farmer on Angela Anaconda, I reckon the days are getting longer. Yeah, it seemed like just last week that at this time, it would be way too dark already to be able to capture any of this. I think that's a street lamp, but I'm not 100% positive. With the naked eye, it looks more like a star, but that is definitely a street lamp. Because it's right in front of me and I can see that far without any kind of zoom. That's just so fantastic. It grows darker and darker. I love that beautiful purple tone. That would be so fantastic for any painting. So marvelous. But my own eyes pick up on more, I don't know, different tones of color, spectrum. And I know that when I took fine art as an elective in high school, that I always got A pluses, more for my skies than anything else, as my late art teacher, may he rest in peace, always said that the way I painted the skies always made him feel the painting. And a lot of other people too. I mean, I was out with a hunting party quite some time ago now, because I don't hunt anymore, but when I was getting back into my Bronco 2, a great big huge black wolf with a silver back was standing by the Bronco, and all we did was just stare at each other until somebody made me get back into or just get into the Bronco tube. But I ended up making a painting of that wolf, including the blood on their sharpest on his sharpest canines, and I don't know why I think that it was a he. I just do, and I used the same trick to paint his eyes as what was used on a portrait of the Queen, and I was able to make him look like whoever looked at the painting felt like his eyes were following them. And I know that I put my painting in one of the fundraiser auctions, and a doctor bought it for quite a high price. It was the Ducks Unlimited annual auction, which I had actually started in that area with an environmentalist, and it got taken over by people from a very nearby town who had a lot of money. Oh, and you can hear those wild turkeys over there somewhere. Anyway, when they took it over, instead of charging $10 a plate for a fish fry of one kind, they were charging $100 a plate for one kind of fried fish. Whereas working with an environmentalist, I got to get many kinds of fish and get it prepared in all kinds of different ways. Beer batters, light tempuras, just the fish as some people like it, especially those small speckled trout. People around that area just liked to have them gutted and the rest be just thrown on the grill and then eaten the way it was. It definitely wouldn't be my preference, but it wasn't about my preference. It was about the preference of the people who were attending the fish fry fundraiser for the Ducks Unlimited. And my paintings are usually sceneries and usually animals in them, and I had already sold at my own Ducks Unlimited auctions when my environmentalist friend and I were putting them on for a quite high price. They were mostly of elk and deer and moose. I didn't think too much of my duck or geese paintings, but other people really liked them. And I was paid $1,000 for one of my smaller paintings of a gray flying squirrel hiding up in a tree. One I knew quite well because he was always across from my patio door windows, and he had actually managed to get into the house one time when my oldest daughter was 1 or 2, and scared the crap out of her, just like a grouse had flown into her bedroom window and was on the bed and was trying to tell her it was bedtime, and she'd go to her room and come back and she'd say nope, nope. And finally I asked her why, and she said, "There's a kitten on my bed." And I'm like, "What? No, there isn't." And she said, "Uh-huh, there's a kitten on my bed." So I went in and there was a grouse on her bed and a bunch of broken glass. So stuff like that never bothered her sister, though. Her sister always thought that coming across those kinds of things were amazing. But her sister is more like me. So anyway, by the time that I went to get, I thought it was dead, so by the time I went to get a bag and scoop it up, it woke up and flew out the same window, or the same hole in the window that it put. Like it flew right through the window, putting a huge hole, and it flew out that same hole, which was pretty amazing. My youngest daughter and I, we were just fascinated and trying to see where it was flying and how well it was flying. But my niece and my oldest daughter were not interested in seeing it at all. But I guess it's getting way too dark to catch anything now, so, and the sunset is pretty well over. Too bad. would have loved to have seen more, but all those clouds, you know? So I'll go back in once again. WhisperStars, via Manitoba, Canada. Blessings, love, and peace to everyone. And stay safe.